Good evening and good afternoon here in the United States. Good morning. I am with Ekta, and she is going to lead us and lead our sessions today. She's been working very hard with the GMRT, or the Global Matrix Readers Theater staff, as a facilitator in training. And the last piece of the training is to develop a script with the introduction and hot linked, and then when she's ready to be able to lead an open session. And that's what she's doing today. And so Ekta, we're going to run just as fast as we can on over to you to start our session.
Hello friends, I'm Ekta from India. We are here to have a wonderful novel learning experience. We are going to have fun with a sketch. The sketch will remind us of the childhood stories and would help us connect to few lessons of our life, which have been missed by us at times, and help us reframe and recognize the strong pillars of values in our life. We are going to talk about a folktale. A folktale that helps us remember the traditional stories in our families. It will help us connect to the memories of our childhood, and the children will remember it as one of the stories and incidences shared by their grandparents. So shall we get set, go?
Would you like me to share screens now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hey, here we have the characters of our sketch. I would love you to volunteer. Who would like to be the narrator one?
I'd like to be the narrator one.
Nakshi.
Nakshi, it's good to see you again. Do you all know how?
So I'll be the fox.
Well, I think Fox just came back. Yeah.
So, ma'am, you want
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you have to remember to unmute yourself when you're reading your part. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. There you go.
Okay. Once upon a time, there was an old woman and a little old man, and they lived in a little old house.
They didn't have any children. No, not even one. One day, the little old woman decided to make a boy out of gingerbread.
I'm going to make a little gingerbread boy. I'm rolling out the dough and putting him on a pan to bake. Into the oven you go.
I love gingerbread. Yum, yum. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, the little gingerbread boy is done.
Out jumped the little gingerbread boy.
Out of the door and down the street he ran. The little old woman and the little old man ran after him.
Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
The little gingerbread boy ran on and on until he saw a cow.
Stop, little gingerbread boy. I want to eat you.
I've run away from a little old woman and a little old man. And I can get away from you too. I can. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
And the cow couldn't catch him.
The little gingerbread boy ran on and on until he saw a horse.
You look good enough to eat.
I've run away from the little old woman, a little old man, and a cow. And I can run away from you too. I can. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
And the horse couldn't catch him.
The little gingerbread boy ran on and on until he saw a fox.
At the time, the little gingerbread boy was sure that nobody could catch him.
I've run away from a little old woman, a little old man, and a cow and a horse. And I can run away from you too. I can. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
Why would I not catch you if I could? I would not catch you. If I would not even think of it.
Oh no, a river.
Jump on my tail and I will take you across.
The gingerbread boy jumped on the fox's tail.
The fox swam into the river.
Little gingerbread boy, you better get on my back, you will get wet. The fox swam deeper. My back is tired, little gingerbread boy. You better get my nose.
As soon as the fox reached the shore, the fox threw back his head and gobbled him up.
And
that
was
the
end
of
of
the
the
gingerbread
gingerbread
boy.
gingerbread boy.
So how did you like it? Was it interesting? A different experience for all of us?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hope you all enjoyed being into different roles. What do you, does the story remind of something? A memory, a story? A lesson which your parents would have ever taught you? Okay.
I wonder particularly in this period of time that we're in, well, about the fact that the little old woman and the little old man made something as a companion or a friend, or, you know, because they had no children. It says not and none. So, I mean, I wonder how many of us are kind of feeling like they're alone or not having the support or whatever that they want or need, and can relate to why.
Here I am without having any kind of siblings. And
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Do we find something or someone that helps us to fill that void of not having somebody with us, or a family members, anything like that? Friends, as you get separated, does anybody have something that they hold dear to them that help them to get through this period of time?
I think a lot of people I've heard have adopted plants, like, so plants give them company. They are living things, and taking care of them also helps you kind of, nourish something. So you feel that a lot of people have got pets now during these COVID times. So I think plants and pets are like the two most foremost. I have a lot of plants, and whenever I'm feeling lonely, I go there, I'll touch the leaves, I'll smell them. I most of the time I feel that I'm torturing them because I'm constantly at them. We are sitting at home, we are not going to school, so we have enough time. Classes also get limited, travel time is not there, so there's enough time on hand to do something. So I am just like, after that, even if one leaf kind of wilts, I'm at it, plucking at it or something. So I do that a lot with my plants, I think. So a lot of people, I think, also do that, or they have started cooking. So they'll get new recipes and they started cooking, but that's not my forte. So I think I'm better with plants.
I would definitely be better with plants. Yes.
And Divya, I have gone through a story or an article few days back that there was a plant, there was a tree actually which had died because it was not being taken care and the land was barren. There was a person who started going and sitting near that tree, and he started talking to that tree, and the tree revived. So
That's
like
what my
that
daughter
they shared.
that's what my daughter keeps telling me, that you care more for your plants than for us. Spend more time talking with them than with me.
Do you know that the plants have sound and music of their own, and that we can't hear it, but they actually do emit a sound, and that the sound changes according to whether you can play music for them, and different kinds of music will actually change the plant's sound when you talk to them. And there's a little machine, which I actually ordered, I'm going to get in September, to be able to listen to my plants. It's kind of cool.
And it's like personification of the character, because as we have children today, they relate themselves to their stuffed toys. They talk to their toys, and they consider their toys as a sibling or a close member of their family. Isn't it, Nilay, Adra, Shaurya? Would you like to share something? Yes, Nilay.
When my brother was small, my mother bought a rabbit type. It was flexible, and my brother all the time it was able to stand. And there was a spring. We pull it so it moves a little. So he liked that. That day he fall down, so it broke. But my brother was crying when we throw it.
Yes, see, this is how we relate ourselves. This is how we develop affection and bond with non-living things around us. They don't have life, but we connect so closely to them that we consider them as having life in them.
It's interesting that you bring that up, Ekta, and that the kids relate to that. So I guess I have a question for for the adults and children, because I think we all have the same thing as what's different about having a stuffed animal or an imaginary friend or whatever to talk with and to do things with versus a real person? Is there a difference? And what kind of needs are being fulfilled by having that item or that thing? Any of the kids or adults want to just talk about that?
I think when we have real people, sometimes they get offended when we imagine and we have a friend. Like if I talk about myself, I teach this to my kids also. Yes, animals are our friend, plants also give us company. But then what I feel is that my scripture gives me more company. Whenever I feel lonely, I open my Bible and I find a friend there. And I teach my children that you are not alone, Jesus is your friend. So I think when I talk to our Creator, when we talk to our Creator, we find a friend, and we know that He is not going to be angry and He is not going to leave us at any point of time. So this is my uh, perspective that I teach my children, whether my own children or my children in class. So yes, all material things are good, they give us company, but then our scripture relate us to our Creator, and He is the best friend that we have.
What I liked was that it's a safe place too, isn't it? You're not going to be judged. You don't need to worry about somebody disagreeing or putting you down for your ideas or your thoughts. It's just a comfortable and safe place to be, whether it's in times of trouble or in good times. Good boy.
Like I have my best friend, and she's also like this gingerbread boy.
Ah, can you tell us a little bit about that and what you mean?
Actually, when I need her, or when I'm in trouble, or I'm sick, and whatever I have to do, she's always there for me, and she always helps me out. And we study together and solve problems together. And this like a partner with whom I can share everything. I can share my feelings. I can share my secrets, and yeah, that's called a best friend, and that's called a person who actually you need in your life to lead you.
Same with Alkama.
People,
If you call her at the wrong time, at the time that which she has allotted to spend with her buddy, you will not be able to talk to her, isn't it, Alkama?
Yes,
He
I
will
agree.
not let you talk to her because it's his time which he has to spend with Alka. The moment when she reaches home, till half an hour, she is not able to attend any of the calls because she
Anyone.
has to attend them.
Wonderful.
And it's like that only your pet waits for you even if you are late.
Right,
Everyone
ma'am.
else
Yes,
is with a
ma'am.
complaint,
And
but
like
he
these days
always
we are
waits for you.
these days we are working online. We are working late night hours. He just sits beside me to switch off the lights. Then only he'll go to sleep. When I will ask him, come, let us now sleep, it's time. Then he will go to his bed and he sleeps there. So he is the only one who waits for me till 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. Otherwise, the entire family is gone asleep. They are, I think, best
Best buddies.
companions. Yeah.
I think people are made not to be alone or feeling lonely. So they either have, human friends, or they invent their own friends. That's how we can survive through good and bad times. You can't, you can't even be happy alone. You need to share your moments of happiness, your moments of success, together with the moments of failure. So I think people do need companions, buddies, either human or animate or inanimate objects, something that they can, cling on and go on with their lives.
That's right. I have some actually interest about these animation films or animated characters, something like that. I love this so much, and I love to watch them too.
And I have some favorite characters too, so I can fascinate some of their characters as my imaginary friends or something like that.
Anybody else?
Sometimes, yes, sometimes we have something, a toy, a pet, but sometimes there's no one around. But still, we can feel the presence, the aura, and we feel so secured in that aura. That that aura gives us strength at times. At times we feel that that aura is standing by us. Maybe the strength within us, that strength, no problem, no trouble can be stronger than the strength within me. So that strength which comes inside is the imaginary thing whom I can share to, whom I can speak to, who can guide me in times of crisis.
Yes, Ekta ma'am, I would agree to you. Shivani here.
Hello.
Actually, hi ma'am. Hello everyone. I would agree to this point of yours because I feel at the end of the day, whatever problem, whatever condition, it is you and your inner strength that helps you out. Nobody around. It is just a feeling that everyone is there with you, but that inner strength, and that comes from, I think, that supernatural power. We have our own things to call, give name to it, whether it's God or that divinity or our inner self. As we all know that God is inside. So whatever is there, the solution ultimately we have to find ourselves, because you what you are facing only you know. We all can just, as a indirect person, we can tell you, you can do this, you can do that. The various ideas are coming from here and there, but but it's you who has to take the call and who has to act upon it. So it is from within that comes, and we all know what is right, what is wrong, what should go in our way while handling or catering this problem or this thing. That's it. What I feel.
Yes, definitely. That inner strength we get from the spiritual beliefs we have. That spiritual beliefs guides us to develop and strengthen our inner strength. That keeps on growing with the incidences we go through in our life. Those incidences help us understand that yes, somebody is there to help you out. That somebody can be you yourself, can be the supernatural power, can be the aura which you have been you are creating, that can be the blessings of the people who have been with you all the time. And I feel blessed, a gratitude for all those who have been with me in my tough times. Thank you so much, dear friends.
You're so welcome, ma'am.
But even if we do have that very special thing, whether it's an animate or inanimate object, sometimes we can't hold on to them. We can't necessarily keep them safe. And we still lose them. It relates a little bit back to the old lady and the old man who created the gingerbread boy. Even though they may have loved them or wanted the gingerbread boy to be a part of their lives, they weren't able to protect him and keep him safe. What do you think about that, or how do you feel about that whole thing?
I think that, Tracy, that's what I was thinking. that the story starts with this old couple wanting a companion, and then it's completely, by the end of it, those people are like forgotten. The reason why Gingerbread Man came into existence was because these people, they wanted to create something, and by the end of it, it just turned out to be a lesson that, you know, you should not be overconfident. So it started with an emotional reason, and it was like, oh, I remembered. Sometimes like there's nothing wrong, it's a fairy tale or whatever we call it, but it's just that it just ended up, oh no, and then the writer remembered, oh, I have to add some, like, a moral to the story. So in the end, you know, so those people have forgotten what they were in the beginning, and what it is to, like, you know, if you have created something like this, it's for your sustenance, emotional or physical. Even if I've made my favorite dish, like, and I'm looking forward to eating it, and then suddenly when it's time for my dinner, I go into the kitchen and it's not there anymore. It's just gone. So how do we feel? Because whenever we invest something, whether we are investing our emotions or physical efforts, whatever we are doing, we want results. We are looking at results, and then there is nothing. So that is like a barren landscape, I feel, because especially if you don't have, it's okay, but creating and then losing out on it, building on a friendship or a relationship and then losing out on it, I think it's worse.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And there's one more lesson which clicked just now when I heard what you were saying. It's like that what you're doing to others, it reverts back to you in life, isn't it? When we look at the story, the character of the gingerbread boy was that somebody has created, and he did not trust them, and he tried to run away from them. They have created him to be a companion to them, but he did not take care of the emotions, the feelings, and he ran away from them. The trust, the faith which the old woman had in the gingerman was lost. The same thing happened with the gingerbread boy when he trusted the fox ultimately. Ultimately, the fox ditched him. So it's like what you do to others comes back to you.
There is one more point, Ekta ma'am, if you allow.
Yes, ma'am.
What I felt while going through that story was that whether it is a creator or it is our parents, the very important thing is submission. Sometimes we don't like to be in submission, and then out of our desires, we just want to go here and there, and we don't love being in submission without realizing that many a times our desires, which may not be means our elders, our parents, they know that whatever we are asking, whatever we want may hurt us, but then we don't want to listen, and then we do our own harm. So that is what happened here, what I felt in this story. So submission and obedience is very important, which we should learn. That is what I felt.
Yes. And it also teaches us an important lesson about following the instructions and also being careful about whom we are trusting. Because if we don't trust the right person, the struggle for existence, the misguided trust can definitely lead to the protagonist's downfall. So it's going to be so fun for families when they read the story together. They can relate it to so many incidences, and it can bring so many lessons to the children. When I shared the story with my students today morning in my spoken English class, when I asked them what lesson did you learn, so one of the students said that we should not be over smart.
Over smart.
The gingerbread tried to be over smart and he lost its life. Then one of the students connected it to the maths lesson which we are going through these days. Our maths lesson for this month is fractions. And one of the students connected the gingerbread boy to the fractions, that when the fox gobbled a quarter, then half, and then 3/4. So it brought a new idea to me that in my Monday class, when I'll be beginning with my maths lesson, I'll definitely quote the same example before I introduce the next exercise to them. So it's like the same story can be intervened into our daily practices when we are educators, and we can utilize to lay the foundation and use the scripts as the cornerstone, as well as helping them develop their communication skills, helping them to collaborate, as well as develop their critical thinking skills also. Because when they are trying to get into the story and think of all the nooks and corners, they definitely critically analyze the characters, and it helps them to build their own characters as well.
You know, that's a really nice explanation. In fact, it's a perfect explanation of really why this program is so much more than just developing and reading a script together. Because it can take you into so many areas of study and so many academic areas, but it's driven by the group that you're sharing it with. Yeah, I think that's an awesome explanation. Thank you.
Yes, and I feel being associated with GMRT as a golden opportunity for me, because this year my school is proceeding with a new vision, a vision for 2025, and we have moved away with the books for our English language part. So all the language content, all the language skills, parts of speech are being inculcated and practiced through the language content, through the literature content itself. So when I came across this platform, this script, and this GMRT family, it gave me a new vision that how nicely we can utilize the content and integrate both the things together. How to move ahead, how to develop language skills related to the usage of parts of speech, as well as building communication abilities, enhancing the communication abilities of our students, as well as helping them to comprehend and express themselves while writing also. So it's definitely going to help us enter the new era of education. And when we observe such a huge paradigm shift in the whole education system, why not be the change makers instead of being the followers? So when we are the members of this family, we are definitely going to be the change makers and be the leaders in this mission. And I strongly believe that the backup provided to me by this platform has helped me enhance my skills in the recent time. Tracy, I would like to share a good news with you that I have been selected for middle leadership in my school.
Oh,
and yes.
But
And when I went for my interview, there were a number of rounds, like submitting the portfolio, then writing the written exam. Of course, that was the knack which I have to do.
yeah,
But when I faced the panel of the people from the management and the administration, the way I stood before them, the way I responded to their questions, definitely this platform was behind. It had laid the foundation. Speaking to you people, meeting people, different people all across the globe, learning about different teaching practices, learning about the new pedagogies, helped me to expose myself to the global world. And that was what my management wanted.
That
That is what they want, because
wonderful.
they are going ahead with a new vision now. So it really helped me. And definitely I would suggest my friends to give it a try. And it's just like giving it a try, and it will definitely help them enhance their skills. I am in a dilemma that I'll be able to do it or not. Then you were there who said that why you can't do it? Why you cannot do it? Why are you thinking like that? You have been doing this, you have been doing this, you have been doing this. So that helped me acknowledge and remember and recall actually that yes, these are the things what I have been doing. So why not go ahead? And it gave me and it helped me boost and recollect the courage to go ahead. Thank you so much for being there. See,
Well,
Lord always, I believe it very strongly that that superpower just makes people, it makes you meet people to be the source of inspiration, and you were there amongst one of the sources of inspiration. Thank you so much for being there.